So with the Universal God Destruction Tournament nearing its end, right now, myself and JrZSaiyans are going to be talking about the possible outcome between Monaka and Hit, and who we believe would win if these two were to engage in combat. Now again, guys, I want you guys to just bear in mind that this is going to be an opinionated discussion, so don't misconstrue any of the information provided. Although we don't really know too much to both Hit and Monaka, we do have enough information to say that they are going to, quote-unquote, I think, bring it once the time is going to be right for them to engage battle. And now, I think that, personally, for me, having these two fight is going to be absolutely amazing, because I do think that after what we saw with Hit, you know, portraying his powers against Frost, because that was something that a lot of us were, like, really shocked at seeing, because the second we saw Frost, you know, have, like, all these holes come out of his body, and, like, he was twitching, and, he had, like, a seizure, like, this dude was in terrible pain. The second we saw that, we were all wondering, like, whoa, what was that? Because Hit didn't even have to do anything, he didn't even move, so we saw, like, these crystal shards, like, emerge from behind him, like, everything was changing, and then all of a sudden, you know, we see, like, these Swiss cheese holes emerge from Frost's body and stuff. So, towards the end, right, let's say the scenario plays off that it's definitely going to be, Hit and Monaka. Who do you think wins, and why? Like, who do you think is gonna have, you know, like, quite frankly, like the better move set here? Who do you think is gonna have the advantage here? Because for me, tactically speaking, if Hit is able to do that, if Hit is able to kind of get to you without actually getting to you, then that's gonna have
That's too dangerous,
he's gonna
bro.
have a huge advantage, because like
Yeah,
that's like some psychic mental shit that he's hitting you with. So, in your opinion, Monaka versus Hit, who do you think is gonna get the best of who first? Before we talk about eliminations.
we're gonna think it's gonna be Hit, but in my opinion, I think it's gonna be Monaka. Now, you had mentioned the whole mind thing. That's a huge advantage to most people, but Monaka has been concentrating this much. His mind is one.
And he's
Let me
not like most people, is what you're trying to say, right?
let me repeat it, because this was translated by Herms. His mind is one. Not
Okay,
about
that's
so
that's enough to give me a boner right now.
yeah.
Okay. All right,
I,
so the
I will
guy
say
that's
that.
able to mess with your insides and your mind is going to be fighting against the guy whose mind is one with his body. Okay,
Sounds pretty.
that stands
That
the
can
test of
sell
time.
right there, dude. That could sell right there, selling
I mean,
tickets to the fight, bro.
that's the entire video right there. Thank you all for watching. Now, that says a lot, because I mean, yeah, gradually, I believe that if Monaka was indeed meditating, as seen in Dragon Ball Super Episode 35, stated by Beerus that he was indeed meditating, if in fact that's the case, then I believe that Hit was doing the same thing, because the entire time, Hit didn't
Dude,
really.
that's so true.
Again, I believe that I was right when I said that Hit didn't really give a shit about nothing, because once he knocked out Frost, it kind of like let us know what he really cared about, that being that cube. Because towards the end, he was like, you know, I was promised that I was gonna get the cube once we win, whatever the case may be. So it does look like he does have his own agenda planned, because again, that cube can take you wherever you want to be in the universe, like with instant speed.
Hmm.
So I think that he definitely cares about this tournament to an extent where he has something in it for himself.
He has to
But
win.
going up against Monaka, now here's what I think, right? And again,
Okay.
guys, it's just gonna be mere speculation. I think that you're right. I think that Beerus's team, Team Universe 7, with the help of Monaka, is gonna win. But I think that Hit is going to do serious damage to Monaka, to the point where I think he's gonna implement that like mind trick that he did, like mind tricks, like whatever you want to call it, like psychic shit, whatever it is you want to call it. I do think that once it comes down to like brute strength, Monaka may have the advantage, but when it comes down to like spiritual attacks, like trying to get somebody from like the inside, it definitely reminds me of like some Bobbity shit, because that's the only character right now that I can think of that was able to mess with your mind. So I
Well,
think Hit's gonna try. It's
there's
probably
always
gonna win,
Sasuke.
or Satsuki, but you know, if you want to do some DBZ Naruto crossovers.
Play.
But I think that he reminds me of Bobbity in a way, without, you know, the menacing laugh
Yeah,
and like all that stuff.
yeah, I get you.
But
I
like
get you.
I think that he's gonna try to do the same thing, and it may work. But then I think Monaka's gonna break out of that, because, as you just said, his mind is one. So in terms of strength, who takes the cake here in your opinion, Hit or Monaka?
Monaka.
Okay, so in terms of speed and durability, who's able to outpace who, and who's able to take the most damage? Who do you think that is, Monaka or Hit?
Hit.
Oh, okay. Why? Why do you believe Hit on that one?
Hit, speed. Now you added a lot of things into it. Durability, I would say Monaka. Speed would have to be Hit just from what we saw in the preview. I mean, that guy's fast. That was pretty fast. Just what they showed the little snippet in the preview, that kind of that. I mean, that's foreshadowing speed right there. This guy's moving really, really fast, right? And that's where I have to go with that. And then you had, what else did you say? You said speed, durability, and
Speed, durability, strength, and my last one was gonna be like tactical intellect because I mean I'm pretty sure both of them have had many battles in their time.
all right,
But
tactical
who
intellect.
do you think is more battle tested here and more ready? Because there are several people out there saying that hey, Universe 6 might win, and if they win, it might boil down to like something where Champa's like, you know what? I don't really give a shit about your Earth. Like I just want the Dragon Ball. Like you know, like ultimately
Yeah, maybe.
he is jealous of Beerus having Earth for himself and for him having the food delicacies that he has and all the food access through Bulma. And obviously, we saw that when they first encountered each other when he gave him ramen noodles and he gave him an egg. But it just might result a little differently here. Like, we might be wrong. Monaka may lose. But if that's the case, if Monaka lose, what happens after? Because the whole premise of this video is Monaka versus Hit. Who's gonna be on whose side? What are you guys on? Team Monaka or Team Hit, and why? Now,
If it
you know,
happens, if it happens.
being that Hit is the legendary mercenary, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean for his opponents? You know, so what's your take on his title? Because we don't know anything about Monaka, but the only thing we know about Hit is that he's a hitman. So, like, what's your take on that?
So we were talking. You mentioned, who do you think would win tactically? Now that's really hard because to be a hitman, you gotta be tactical, man. I
You
mean,
gotta be
you
smart
can't
as
just
shit
yeah, you gotta be smart as shit because you can't be a hitman
and be
that
dumb.
and be dumb, exactly. Especially if Vados got you, you're the best of the
Make
best
no
of
mistakes,
the
brother.
best.
Yep.
Exactly. So tactically wise, I would have to give it to Hit. And strength and durability, who could take more hits, I would actually give it to Monaka, which is why I think Monaka would win because of how
Because he
much he
fought
could
Beerus.
take. Yes, well, that's one, and how much he would be able to take. I feel like Hit is gonna go off attacking Monaka, whether however way he could do it. We don't even know what physical attacks he has. We just saw that damn taking the soul of Frost, right?
Yeah.
So I just think that it's gonna come down to Monaka be able to take a lot of hits and Hit not being able to because he's usually the one giving the hits. We really don't know anything about his background, but we know this guy could take Beerus, a god.
Yeah,
So
I think that's what people are like. They keep on forgetting that, man. Like everybody's like, oh, he's gonna be weak. Granted, yes, he just very well might be weak, but how is anyone gonna say that when, in fact, it was stated by multiple sources within Dragon Ball, from Whis asking Beerus if it was a good idea to have him and stuff, to Goku even having to find out that indeed he wasn't the strongest when Beerus fought. For someone like Monaka to hold his own against the god of destruction like that, like that says a
durable,
lot about Monaka because
strong.
he fought a god and was able to come out of that, with his fucking body intact, like without him being dead. Because Beerus could have killed him, bro. Like
Oh yeah,
that's some serious. Beerus is like, I mean, people say, oh man, Beerus is overrated. Nah, man. I think sometimes to a degree, his character is like very interesting, but I don't think he's overrated. I think he's kind of underrated because Beerus has the power to kill all these people instantly, in my opinion. Like, I think he can kill Goku if he wanted to. I think he can
he
possibly kill
doesn't
Monaka, but he
because
just doesn't want to.
he doesn't because I mean
My opinion, of
he
course.
fights for a sport. I mean that he even said that
And
at some
especially if
point.
you challenge him to a game of rock, scissors, and paper. Oh boy, it's
Oh
just.
yeah.
But so by the end of all of it, you're going with Team Monaka, right?
Team Monaco, yes. If
I
the
I would
scenario
have
plays out.
to I would have to say Team Monaka, but I'm not 100% Team Monaka. I'm about 90% Team Monaka and
Dude, what if
10% Hit
Dude, what if this goes
because
down and beats Monaka and then it's Goku versus Hit? That shit would be crazy to wait to.
I wish it was like that, but going based off of what we saw, Goku's gonna fight after Vegeta but before Monaka, so that just gives off like,
Ah,
unless of course he just comes back again for a third time like without even asking. He's like, no, I want my fucking fight already.
yeah. He's
But
like,
that
no,
that's
but
that's
who's not fighting? Yeah,
very unusual of Goku to do. But if he were to come back saying, yo, fuck this, like let me just fight a third time, that'd be kind of unusual. But
maybe out of the tournament. You never know.
I just think that whatever it was Hit did against Frost, that's gonna
Some
serve him a
serious shit.
huge purpose because
Yeah.
that's some serious shit. Like Go back and watch it, guys. There were holes coming out of his body, like just.
This guy got his
he
soul
didn't-
taken.
He didn't kill him. He didn't kill him. I mean, but towards the end, Frost was like, he didn't even know, because he clearly said, "What the hell happened to me?" Like, he didn't know. He did not know what the hell was going on. So he just dropped. So, any final words about Monaka versus Hit? Because if this fight does boil down, I think that this is going to be the result of things. I think that one of them is going to touch the barrier, and the gods are going to be like, all right, you know what? Let's remove the barrier.
Fuck
Let's
the
just do it
barrier.
like let's just do it like straight knockout or something. Let's just do it either knockout
Whoever
or
kills-
someone hits the floor, or I mean, they can't do deaths, but
Yeah.
they're going to do it to where either it's a complete knockout or it's a ring out. So what are some of your final words before we kick the can here?
All right, so guys, whatever it is, if this scenario plays out, we're not saying it is. This video can be, totally irrelevant in the next couple weeks. You never know. But we're going, if the scenario plays out, right? And even if it's irrelevant, you still get our thoughts from before. It's still past thoughts, right? I do, whatever happens, whatever plays out, this is gonna be a fucking epic ass battle. There's no way to downplay it. There really isn't. You have to remember, Monaka is strong because of all the foreshadowing that's been happening. Beerus respects Monaka. That's a huge thing. Monaka faced Beerus and is the strongest person Beerus has ever fought. That's another huge thing. You can't just, say, oh, this guy's got big ass nipples. Count him down after everything that's been kind of said.
Yeah.
So and then with Hit, seeing what's happened, he's a hitman. He should be probably the most tactical person in the universe. It's gonna come down to some serious stuff, man. I don't even know what to think of the magnitude of the battle could turn out to be, but hopefully it's something amazing, right? That's all.
Absolutely. But comment down below as to what you guys think is going to happen. And once again, guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you guys don't miss a single Dragon Ball update. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys cannot wait to see what the end result might be in Dragon Ball Super, then smash that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below if you guys differ. What team are you guys on? Team Hit or Team Monaka? Comment down below and let us know, guys. Check out JrZSaiyans, and we'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.